So you made it all the way to day 6. This is the last coaching call that you're going to hear. And what you're going to hear today is a conversation between myself and Tiara Rivera. Tiara is building a company called Island Hop Service. And what you're going to hear is her thinking through the go niche, sell high strategy. Now, the strategy we talked about yesterday, the membership community, technically that can be a go niche, sell high strategy as well. And so can the selling to enterprises, right? They can all be go niche, sell high strategies, but there are other ways outside of just licensing to businesses and creating membership communities that you can go niche and sell high. And so what you're going to hear in this conversation is Tiara thinking through some other ways to go niche and sell high in her product and in her service. Let's do it.
I'm in Hawaii, and
Yeah.
I noticed there's a lack of delivery services. I just moved back from California, so I was in Santa Monica, and I moved back to Maui, so I'm kind of seeing all the gaps that the islands don't have, and I just realized there's not a delivery service where I can get things from the other islands same day without having to travel myself and pay all those costs and get back.
How are you planning to make money?
My original thought was the transaction fee, like a flat rate. I know that, Hawaiian Airlines, they have this thing called Jet Express where for $25 with a flat rate, you can jetpack, send a box up to 55 pounds is the weight limit, and it goes on the next flight out. So that was I can make it work.
So Tiara's got this cool opportunity in front of her to create a on-demand, same-day delivery service between different islands in Hawaii. But she's got a big problem. Hawaiian Airlines, that company she just mentioned that has the $25 package, well, they don't allow perishables on the plane for those packages. So her whole idea of doing this food delivery service is kind of crushed right now. And we start to talk about focusing in on the problem that she's solving. Because we've got to figure out, is it worth stressing about? Is it worth negotiating to try to get perishables on this plane? Or are there other verticals that she can pursue that are not perishable? Is it worth spending time on the perishable niche, the food delivery niche, or not? How can we test this and say, all right, well, perishables will come later, but first we're launching with something else?
Right. That's where I'm kind of stuck. I would have to figure out what people would want.
Yeah.
Things in other islands. I just think food is fast and easy thought process, but we still don't have. We barely got a Target here. There's things I don't know. We don't have Best Buy. Maybe electronics was the other thing that kind of gets tricky within the mail and sending electronics. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you want to look into what some of the other verticals might be, even if it's still food, right? The difference in I want lunch today, so I'm going to order lunch delivered to me is much different than I need groceries for the week and I'm planning ahead. Because one is just an in the moment thing and the other one still has a plan.
Yeah.
People who plan for things in advance are usually more willing to pay on a regular basis. I think what you're going to want to do is have people who have a regular delivery, a regular thing, and that way you can enroll them in some sort of package that they do weekly or 2 times a week, etc. It will be easier from a business model perspective for you to get people doing something regularly as opposed to someone who just uses it one time and then maybe they'll decide to order something later, but probably not.
And those are the two kind of, what would you say, the two types of clientele that I'm really looking to target, because there are people that are, they just want something different because there's nothing here. And then there's this outer islands, there's Lanai and Molokai, and even people from Maui, mainly Lanai and Molokai, they don't have even big time grocery stores. They have a mom and pop, and a lot of them come every week to, catch the boat, ferry over, go to Costco or Walmart, load up on their groceries, and then take it back on the boat.
I think Tiara is onto something really cool. She's got a solid niche of people with a high demand. They've demonstrated this demand. They're getting on transportation, they're going to get their groceries from far away. Any niche of people who demonstrate a lot of desperation, for lack of better words, are really good niches to go after because you can sell high to them, right? People who are posting a lot online about something, people who are taking a lot of actions around something. You want to go after the people who are demonstrating a lot of interest, not the people who don't really know if this is an option yet. And so I think Tiara's onto a really good niche, but we dig deeper into what the other options might be to go niche and sell high.
Do you think I should move away from the food? Like people, you're saying people that plan and take orders from 3 to 5 days out, but should it only be food, or should I look to?
I think you should look to expand a little bit. I do think that you should choose one vertical to start. However, I think we've got to figure out what that vertical is. And in order to do that, I think you're going to want to start getting your landing page built, start reaching out to people, and start getting signups for this. And in your sign-up form, you should be asking people multiple choice question about what kinds of things they would like to have brought to them. Going niche, we've talked about that. Check. And then we start talking about selling high.
And then also you had mentioned the membership model as the business model.
Yes.
Versus the other one.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if higher price point, how much higher I could. I was trying to think of how I could do that. Mm-hmm.
The model of paying a flat fee and being able to get whatever it is that you want delivered. Think about Amazon Prime model, right? Mm-hmm. Is probably a better business model for you to pursue.
Okay.
And I don't remember exact off the top of my head what the price point is for an Amazon Prime membership, but it's not cheap.
No, I think I have it. It's $100 a year, and you get free shipping only on selected items.
Got it. And if I were you, I would go higher than that. I wouldn't do a year thing. I would do a monthly model. But if you have, let's see, because that's just going to end up being for you like something around $8 to $10 a month, which is not a high price point, and does not accurately reflect the pain point of your customers who are literally getting on ferries and, doing all of this work.
Right. That makes sense. Okay.
I would go after something that's more like $100 a month.
I would just have to figure out what that entails. For $100 a month, they can order X amount of items or have X amount of orders.
Yeah, and you can have different tiers, right, based on number of orders. To close out the call, Tiara and I started doing some quick math. Talk to me about how much money you would need to make a month on this in order for it to feel worthwhile for you.
My monthly right now, I'm still at my job. For me to walk away from my job, I'd need like $5,000 a month to be a little comfortable.
Great. Okay. So that would mean that if you had $100 a month subscription, you would need 50 people in all of the islands to be signed up for this in order for this to get you that. And you might need slightly more because you're going to cover some of, you got to cover your expenses and all that stuff. But like 50 to 100 is what you're looking at, which is doable.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I know you mentioned that the other day in one of the videos.
Yeah.
I did the math on it, and I was like, hey, I think I could do that.
Right. It's much better than you taking like a couple dollars on each transaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then it's like Okay, I need 1,000 people to say no.
Right, right, exactly. So that's what the process looks like of figuring out how to go niche and sell high when you're not going to build a community and you're also not going to license to businesses necessarily. There are other ways to go niche and sell high. There are many ways. In this scenario, we're talking about delivery service. So here's your homework. Entertain some other options and ways that you can go niche and sell high. Step 1, go in the community and write down one way that you can make your service a niche premium service that's not a community or a licensing to businesses play. Write out an idea, and if you're not sure, then go ahead and tell us about your business in the community and we can help each other brainstorm. And then 2, I want you to share on a scale of 1 to 5 how likely you are to use a non-community, non-enterprise go niche sell high strategy. Now, tomorrow we have a little assignment about getting you unstuck. For those of you who are still not seeing any opportunities for you to get your business model out of the danger zone, we'll have some SOS support for you. But this should really give you a good sense of what it looks like to take your business model out of the danger zone and into the gimme money zone. Now, the rest of the work is on you putting this in front of customers. You don't have to have everything figured out now. You won't have everything figured out now, but this will give you a framework, and then we've got to start creating experiments and putting them in front of customers and seeing if people bite, seeing if there's demand for the gimme money business model that we've structured. But if it works, you're positioned to make money, as opposed to if it works, you're still positioned to be broke. I think it's a better positioning to be in, and now it's time to go experiment.